For us, community matters because it's a question of what we understand a human being to be. I often use the back of my hand as a metaphor. The mainstream paradigm of understanding a human being is like we're each these fingernails in the hand. Here's me, here's you, here's the next person, and so on. And we're looking across at each other at this great gulf of separation, in which it makes rational sense to compete as rational, economic human beings. And our experience is that there's much more to a person than that. You can view it psychologically, or I would view it spiritually, that actually these fingernails are just our outward conscious ego selves. And we are profoundly interconnected to each other through the spiritual, through the bedrock of reality. And that is what connects us as members one of another in community. And the problem in today's world is that many people, especially those whose inclination has not been to compete aggressively with others, many such people have fallen to the bottom of that social heap and are suffering because they're desperately needing that interconnection. But we're living in a world that hasn't cultivated it. And for me, the missing element, the one that we need so much today, is that spiritual insight. The teachings of the great spiritual teachers, the Buddha, the Bhagavad Gita, the Islamic teachings, especially I love the Sufi tradition, and the Christian tradition, which we have so misunderstood in the West. We've misunderstood the Christian tradition so much, it's become an embarrassment. I mean, look at our folk here. If they're spiritually searching, and I say, well, go down to some church and see what you experience, they're probably not going to have a very acceptable type of experience, depending on where they go. And we need to reclaim a credible sense of the Christian faith, which, to my mind, is one that is based upon understanding the cross as a supreme symbol of nonviolence, of love that gives to a depth that it steps outside of space and time into eternity, and that is about loving one's neighbour as oneself, that is about understanding that this is not just about you, it's not even just about you and me. It's certainly not about the I, it's not even completely about the us. It's about a much bigger universe. It's about our participation in a cosmos, which at its heart, I believe, is a pulsating consciousness that is love made manifest. You could call it the creation, call it what you want. To me, that's the nature of God. That's what we're coming to try to understand.